A little f***ing late for a birthday video, huh, Ange? Yeah, bitch, I know. I've been through this shit. I'll explain in a second. This ain't even a birthday video anymore. Just take whatever this is. The important thing is, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. I platonically love you all. Roll tape. Jojo, Stone Ocean. I'm sorry, I'm not a nasty cunt and outright ignoring your birthday messages for the past 2 months. To say I've been preoccupied is an understatement. Oh no, bitch. You're not getting off that easy. Where the f have you been? Sorry. For your information, I was off having my own JoJo part, Angie's Bizarre Adventure Part 3, Crackhead Crusaders. I'm gonna give y'all the cliff notes because the last 14 months have been a fucking circus, and please feel free to laugh because I am just as flabbergasted as you are that I wound up in these situations in the first place. As soon as I turned 18, I got my CNA license. Realized I was way too retarded to do that, so I went from being a nurse's assistant to a personal assistant. Started college, which was doomed to flop. I was not ready. And this time also marks the beginning of the, I'm gonna keep it a $1.50 with you, 20 times I ran into the cops within the past year. Calm down. I know I'm in my Jolene Cujo era, but I'm not as bad off as Jolene.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman.
My titties out, no panties on.
Couple calls were made because my dad and I decided to engage in fisticuffs, but a majority of these encounters were traffic violations. And for the record, I am a good driver. Okay.
Dumbass!
Oh, like you're fucking perfect. Eat a dick. Slow and steady doesn't win the race on the New Jersey Turnpike, honey. I got hospitalized, and then the following month, I was put on levodoracetam. To which I started hallucinating, thinking bugs were crawling under my skin, and my dead grandma was coming back for me with some unfinished business. The FDA needs to seriously look into Kepra. That shit should not be legal. Happy New Year. Here's COVID. College was like, yes, we noticed you're failing all of your courses, but after careful review of your hospital discharge papers and prescriptions, as well as your thorough email explaining the f***ed up situation with your anti-vax, anti-medical mom, we would love to give accommodations for you and your disabilities. Except they're not formally documented, so there's the door, Spurg! Bruh. As you know, I eventually went in for the autism test, and hey! Guess who called it? As if it wasn't fucking obvious. Not these though, but we'll worry about the last 3 later. My dad steals my car a couple times and extorts thousands of dollars out of me. Bitch forced me to drive him up to North Jersey and then give him $680 right then and there. And then when I proceeded to have a meltdown, he took my car keys and threatened to call the police on me. What? I was being nice, saying he only has to pay me back the $680, but tell you the truth, I don't think I'm seeing any of that money ever again. Back at the hellhole I worked at, management was like, "Hey there, kid, do you have what it takes to be a part of healthcare administration?"
Oh my stars, I suppose I do. I'm awfully ambitious.
I ambitiously said, ambitiously.
How much will I get paid?
Nothing more than the chump change you're making now, sweetheart. You're only worth minimum wage. Also, we're not training you. Good luck. Within the first week, I unfortunately witnessed some elder abuse, so like anybody else in my position would do, I reported it. You would have thought I committed war crimes the way corporate and their legal team stormed in the next day. How dare you say it was abuse? You don't know that. It was all alleged. Are you trying to make us look bad, you stunad? No, I'm sorry. It's just that the patient was in a coma and the family had said that they had witnessed the abuse themselves and the room smelled terrible, but I know not to do that anymore. I'm sorry. Please don't fire me. A couple weeks later, the patient died.
Gee willikers, if only that was preventable.
I gotta kill it with the 1920s voice. I was demoted, then promoted to the highly coveted front desk position. And I got paid count 'em, $2 above minimum wage. Suck it, peasants. Arguably, I got a bit greedy and started happily working 13.5 hours a day, 7 days a week, with no days off. But that was because my mom forgot to pay for Wi-Fi, electric, water, gas, phone service, and food. So I was living like a caveman for 2 months straight. During this time, my mom avoided all responsibility and fled to Atlantic City for the summer, where she hung out with
Dave? Huh? Dave?
You, your Bible, and your mega hat, Dave. The stress of self-providing, doing the work of 4 people, and being constantly verbally harassed at work caused my brain to... So I quit my job, and I went to the doctor to further discuss this unspecified neurological condition.
You know, we don't know what's going on. These tests just seem to be inconclusive.
I don't know, Doc. This is a normal EEG, and this is mine. Also, I think you prescribed me Tic Tacs.
I start going to therapy again, just like I did when I was 17. And no, this isn't the tell me you're gonna off yourself and I call the cops kind, but the kind that actually works. It's hella expensive though. I developed this little guy who controls every aspect of my life and conveniently has an average onset of 19 years old. And I also got diagnosed with obvious. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. Oh boy, the neurologist. Dear Dum-Dum, get these labs done, ho. Stop putting them off. Also, we finally figured out what's wrong with you. Diagnosis code G40.109. Diagnosis code G40.109 is epilepsy. Just as I suspected. It took you this long? I recently became a single parent. No, I'm not pregnant. I have limited guardianship over my pain-in-the-ass 14-year-old sister with substance abuse issues. Yay! Just like our old man! Last, but certainly not least, this one's the most traumatic, but it's also like the funniest, the icing on the cake. After a methamphetamine-induced psychotic episode from my father, I made the most moronic, yet kind of adorable decision with how good-natured it was, and told my dad, "Hey, Pops, that ain't no way to act. Come on, get in the car. I'm taking you to rehab." This motherfucker went berserk. He growled the following. "You, Angelina!" With the amount of gusto only Corpse Grinder has.
This is about shooting blood from your cock. Helicopter, helicopter.
From there, he proceeded to jump on top of my car like he was Donkey Kong or some shit, broke off my windshield wipers, and began to attack my grandmother and I with them. Oh no, Grandma! He instantly went to jail because there's 4 warrants out for his arrest, and he's also on probation for rape. And of course, the 14-year-old thinks it's all my fault because she's a daddy's girl.
Ruh-roh, Raggy. Breaking news as I'm editing this. My dad got released from jail and apologized.
Angie, my baby girl, my first daughter, my Angelou Paparuskis. I'm sorry, baby. I'll never do that again. Also, can I have some money for a pack of cigarettes?
To which I said, good grief. Keep your distance, old man. To which he said,
I cleaned out that spare room you said you were going to use for your YouTube stuff.
penis. Balls, foreskin. I hate emotional manipulation. All is forgiven, father.
And that's all you need to know. I hope that was a good enough excuse for not talking about Jojo butt sex for a year. Not impressed? Well, here's a few other highlights. In a way, I'm glad that this birthday video is 2 months late because it's given me time to settle in and figure out what 19 is. Honestly, it's about peace and love, harmony, creativity, not sweating the small stuff, and also marijuana. I've chilled out significantly in the time I've been gone and arguably turned into a hippie, as explained by my newfound love for cannabis. But I'm completely out of it and I'm not of age, nor do I have a medical card to get some more, so I'm bored.
Hee. Update. God, I wish I had better time management with editing. Your bitch got approved for his medical card. But it takes up to 2 weeks to mail the damn thing, so for the time being, I'm still sober.
But seriously, I think 5 months, give or take, without Twitter, which is the only social media that I have nowadays, and only using YouTube to listen to Family Guy compilations while I fall asleep, has really improved my cognitive functioning overall. Don't get me wrong, I do have FOMO, as some millennials would say, and I miss my friends dearly. I really hope they don't think I hate them, I just have shit going on. But I think it's time I get back to what I do best. Diving into the belly of Twitter, Rule 34, an archive of our own, and proceeding to terrorize the internet with my findings. I think I'm ready to be stupid. I'm ready to be immature. I'm ready to be impetuous, careless, and blissfully ignorant. Not just with my approach to YouTube content, but my life overall. I realized when I was 18, I was like really high strung. I was worried about being mature enough and knowing the answer to everything, hitting milestones that every adult should. And it wasn't until now that I realized no one my age knows what the f they're doing either. I think because I don't have a ton of IRL Zoomer friends, and I spent the last 10 months of my life cooped up in an office with middle-aged white women, my perception of normal development is warped. As soon as I reached adulthood, I thought I had to have the same goals and aspirations as a 47-year-old, because all adults are the same. Yeah, no. There's people on TikTok double my age with fluorescent, greasy dyed hair starting beef with teenagers, or people in my age bracket making not so epileptic friendly cards, threads, and Google documents demonizing fans of a cringe 2015 Tumblr-esque webcomic that at its worst is just cringe. I'm not ready for marriage and kids. I don't have a diverse stock portfolio. I sit on my bedroom floor making goofy, odd videos about anime men, then ask my stuffed dinosaurs for constructive feedback. Poop gourd, how does that take?
You will die on September 16th, 2059 at 4:47 p.m.
Fair enough. I got at least 5 decades to worry about that other shit. I mean, what's the harm in me enjoying life, taking things one day at a time, and not constantly comparing myself to an idealized version of adulthood, when even the most seemingly put together people can't attain that? I say, if I want to indulge in my youth and the inevitable idiocy that comes with it, that's fine. Natural, even. I should be doing that. Because in the grand scheme of shit, I am much more well-behaved than most my age. I think Jojo and his grandpa touched ding-dongs a couple times. It's not like I put a bomb in your car. You know, I think I got it. 19 is about self-acceptance. Unapologetic, I am the way I am, kiss my juicy ass, self-acceptance. There's a lot of shit I'm not doing at 19. One is definitely masking. I mean, of course I'll have to a certain degree. There is a slight speech impediment that I have to work around, and most of my videos are scripted anyways. But other than that, I'm gonna be an autistic little f***er. I'm sick of pretending I'm cool and trendy and know social rules, because I'm not, and I don't. If I'm awkward, I'm awkward. There's nothing you or I can do about it. Say I make a corny joke, or it's just a little too esoteric and no one knows what the f I'm talking about. What do? We sit there, take it all in, I acknowledge the flop, and then we move on, because that's life, baby. You don't got time to sit and ruminate on all the weird shit you've ever done. A wise man once said, I am cringe, but I am free. Oh, here is the most important thing that we are not doing at 19. No more ass kissing, no more nicey nice, no more putting content creators on pedestals, no more forming alliances, or at least attempting to, in order to get views. Poor little 17-year-old me, unaware of their undiagnosed neurodivergency, was such a people pleaser. It was exhausting and cringe. I was trying so hard to get people to like me, to be a real JoJo tuber, to be in the big leagues, but holy shit, I don't want any of that now. I used to be like, thank you for watching this video. It was inspired by Riverdude covers. Please notice me, senpai, so some of your internet fame may rub off on me. But now you mentioned Riverdude covers and it's like, yawn. And there's a reason why the Jojo fan artist video isn't up anymore. It aged like freezer burnt ice cream. It's not rancid, it just tastes like shit. I had very good intentions, and you know, if you motherfuckers would chill the f out, I would love to make another one, but I don't think I can trust you and your flimsy, fragile online egos. I mean, the concept was good. It was the who's who in up-and-coming Jojo fan artists, and it was supposed to bring the community together. Yeah, no. I'm telling y'all that video was cursed. And not like,
So random, so quirky.
cursed, but like genuinely. Dare I say it was prophetic. For a little while, everything started falling apart as soon as that dropped. Motherfuckers started beefing out of nowhere.
I like you and have no reason not to.
I like you and have no reason not to.
Hey!
Jerking off to Giorno Giovanna makes you a pedophile.
Some just fucking snapped and let their bigotry run wild. I got instant blocks from motherfuckers that I featured in the video. Like, okay, damn. There was no pro shit, do not interact on your profile before. You know what? Good. I don't like you anyway. You draw cockewing like a girl, Stinky.
You know, cockewing is just a very feminine man. Men can be feminine too, you know. Why are you disagreeing with me? Why don't you like my pretty pictures? You're attacking me. I'm not a fajoshi. Stop attacking me. It's really hard being a JotaKak shipper.
Enough is enough! I have had it with these motherfucking
Bad jokes about discourse literally no one cares about.
I had to cut out a sequence following that because I got a little too edgy. I laid it on a teensy bit thick there, old pal. There's approximately 50 reasons why the JoJo fandom wants me dead already. Let's not keep pushing it. Plus, it just leaves a bad taste in the viewer's mouth because they're already thinking, wow, Angie's officially lost his fucking mind. And he's also a bigger cunt than I remember. You know, I honestly forgot what this video was about in the first place. Anyways.
We're going vegan at 19. Not literally because I love fried chicken, but no beef! No beefing! No fighting. No freaking out. No public, messy, embarrassing back and forths with strangers on the internet about arbitrary topics. Any of y'all ever catch me doing that? Please fucking smack me.
Let me help you pack your fucking bags right now, bitch, because you're fucking out of here now!
Like I said before, life's about peace, love, and Lisa's titties.
I think the best place is here by Lisa's. I think the best place is here by Lisa's
Dinner.
I think the best place is here by Lisa's door.
Would it really be all that wrong if I took a peek through the keyhole to check things out?
Nice!
Hey Joseph, that's your mom.
Not my mommy! Not my mommy!
I mean, the takeaway here, and the reason why this is the longest birthday video I've ever done,
Actually, it's more like my half birthday at this point.
is because I have changed. Not in the way like, please forgive me, I have repented and saw the error of my ways making offensive anime incest jokes. Cause believe me, honey, there's more where that came from. But more so, the way you remember me is probably not accurate or current to 19-year-old me. I don't really play by the rules of the YouTube game anymore. It's a waste of time to modify my humor and speech to fit that of a tuber. I'm not a content creator. I'm a retard that makes shit. You know, my 18th birthday video, and the whole year in general, I'd say flopped because I was playing it too safe. Of course, there was a pretty good reason for doing that. Day before my birthday, Chris kept me up for 36 hours straight because he thought I was cheating on him with JotaKak. Don't worry, we're fine, we're good. But I will say one thing, JotaKak is not real. My little promises to tone it down and make a serious analytical video once in a while are nice, and I might still do that, but come on. I'm a poster by heart and trade.
Cork it, Kulo! You're just a piece of shit. You're just a piece of
Spaghetti!
For the love of God!
You're just a piece of
Boo! It doesn't matter what you think!
Slurp that dick till it comes. Slurp that dick till it comes. Smack my ass like a drum.
Hey, I seem to recall you buying a bunch of meth. What would you say to selling me one?
This is not meth.
What's the difference? Just gimme.
Look, lady, whatever you're selling, I ain't buying, yo.
Well, my name is Walter White, yo. My husband is Skylar White, yo.
You
You want a cola or a fizzy water?
Come on, toss me a cold one.
You want a cola or a fizz?
Come on, toss me a little bubbles. Cold cola one, a fizzy water. Come on, toss me a jaunty jiggle sex.
Huh?
Come on, one.
This is not meth.
I'm Giorno Giovanna. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
It doesn't matter what your name is!
You're just a
loud mouth.
I can't believe you're still here. I'm just rambling, waiting for you to leave. If I made you chuckle, make sure to leave a like. Also, don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe, or else I won't hold up my end of the bargain and finally make the sequel to the Barabba Spaghetti fic video. Y'all got it to 10k views. You're a bunch of masochists, aren't you? You have no idea what you're in for.
Cake farts. Cake farts.
Cake farts.
Mamma mia!
I'm not gonna say follow the snap anymore because I don't use it. I'm an adult. But if you're jonesing for some parasocial interaction that bad, I'll set up a PO box soon so y'all can send me pipe bombs and anthrax and other little goodies. Follow me on Twitter if you're ready to see me kick it into high gear again and talk my shit. And there goes my nail, let's wrap it up. Anyways, this is the soft drink salesman saying, in the tradition of all my birthday videos,
or whatever the this was,
I now present to you a new fan cam of the Joestar I'm supposed to kin for the next 12 months. Yare yare dawa, cunties.
Run it down my vagina, remind ya, I'm kinda wet. Run it down my vagina, wet. Run it down my vagina, wet. Run it down my vagina, slurp that dick till it come, slurp that dick till it come, slurp that dick till it come. Smack my ass like a drum. Slurp that dick till it come. Suck that dick till it come. Slurp that dick till it come. Smack my ass like a drum.